Hi, it's Stephen here from Sign of a Nation Wave, and this is day 2 of the March daily draw. So as we start a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch, Ostara Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. So we have the Page of Cups. So yesterday we had the Ace of Pentacles to start off the month with. And to start the week we have the Page of Cups. So this might be some... And I like how, this mermaid type, this mer creature here is gazing at the cup here. And maybe it's a time of reflection. We're reflecting on something. And we're beginning to feel something about what we're reflecting on. It's something that's stirring our emotions. And maybe we know what it is, maybe we're not quite sure what it is that's affecting us emotionally. That little stir within. And maybe we need a bit of, maybe we're just reflecting on if we don't know what it is. Maybe we do, maybe we have an idea. But if not, we know what's happening to us. We know that there's something that we're beginning to feel that we didn't feel before. It's a new thing that's coming. And what is it that's stirring our emotions, that's stirring our spirit, stirring our imagination and is moving us? What is it that's going on? And I love the frogs there, or the toad, whatever it is. I think it's a frog. It's there on the lily pad watching. And I think you've got a little sort of fake creature here on the cup. So maybe we need to reflect and connect spiritually in some way, a bit of meditation perhaps, to begin to understand what it is that we're beginning to feel. Either about a person, a situation, about ourselves, about something that we want to do. But it's the stirring of something, and it may be connected a little with the new opportunity of creating something tangible in our lives that we had with the Ace of Pentacles yesterday. So it may be that the realization of this opportunity coming has stirred something within us, and it's worth exploring further. Maybe we're beginning to feel the beginnings of it within ourselves. We don't quite know what to do with it. We're a little bit. We're coming new to the experience. It's a new experience for us. We may have had similar experiences in the past, but does this remind us of anything? So there's all these questions that we may have about it. But this card says to us that don't dismiss this feeling, this new feeling that perhaps we've started to have awakened within us. Explore it, learn about it through meditation, through listening to our inner voice, seeking the odd advice from, other people around, like from the fake creature she's got here, and the frog may give us a symbol of wisdom here. So what I would say is it's, you've got the spring flowers here as well to come on with that, and we're rising out of the waves with the cup, and we're seeing something, we're looking at it, and that's that reflection. So we're listening, we're looking, we're being open and receptive to whatever insight we can gain about this. And that's certainly the energy that I'm getting from this page of cups today. I do know that frogs do symbolize something, and I wish I could remember what it was. I think it's something to do with healing, transformation, being adaptable, because frog is an amphibian and is adaptable in the sense that a frog can belong in the water element as well as come onto land and to the earth element. So he's adaptable to whatever environment ever did he sits in. So maybe we're becoming emotionally and spiritually adaptable, learning how to be adaptable in situations and flexible and to go with the flow of things. And maybe that's what we need to do. That's maybe what the message here is, just to go with the flow of it. Don't overanalyze it, but sit with it, look, reflect on it, listen to what your feelings are telling you, your emotions are telling you, what your spiritual voice within is telling you. And it may be that we have to adjust, adapt to changing circumstances and situations. And that may be giving us an emotional sort of new beginning of a new experience emotionally, because that's about to stir up some feelings about change and having to adapt that will affect us emotionally. So, and if we're at the beginning stages of that, it's going to be a learning process. It's going to be a time of discovery, but and of change and adapting. But through that process, we will grow and we will be transformed into our better selves. And if we go with the flow of it and allow that process to unwind, but we have to cooperate with it. We have to be receptive to it, and that's what I believe the Page of Cups is suggesting to us today. Okay, so let's see which oracle card I get to go with that. Okay, here we go. Creating altars we have here. May you be reminded. So we've got altar here with different items on an altar. This is like probably an altar for Ostara, the festival of Ostara here. But I think it's the bit at the bottom here that I think is going to be relevant to what I've tie in with what I've just said, because it says, "May you be reminded of the altar within, where the truth of your magic holds all that you seek." And that is the key here, because a physical altar is just an external reflection of the altar within us. The tools that we use are a means of externalizing and channeling the energy of the inner tools that we have within us. So may you be reminded of the altar within. Look at the altar within, look at the things within you, and where the truth of your magic holds all that you seek. So, as I say, it's this inner, what's stirring within you is where the magic is happening, is where it's not. I mean, you may channel it through external sources or symbols and representations like a physical altar or altered tools and altar items, but the power of the magic comes from within you, because that's where the true altar is. And that's where you need to meditate upon and use that that inner sort of reflection. Yes, if you find it easier to use physical things to channel that, then fine. But you don't need to have a physical altar in order to do the work that you need to do. If you want one, that's fine. That's a way of doing it. And a lot of spiritual people have things like altars and things like that, and spiritual representations of items that they have around them. But we don't need it because it helps. It's the real magic is within us, so we can visualize everything. We can channel that energy ourselves. So um, maybe we need to spend a bit of time reflecting on what kind of magic we want and need at this moment within us to weave within our inner altar, and get to work on that through the beginning of to explore ourselves, to explore that inner world through our imagination, our spiritual and emotional connections. So that, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 3. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.